Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're doing well today. The last video I uploaded was the new Lidl range video and the haul that I managed to get out of there. And the first beer I'm going to review is one that was actually released in the previous release and has been re-released in this new release, and it's the Barney's beer, and it's their Marshmallow Milk Stout, coming in at 7.4% ABV, 330ml bottle. There is a little bit of flavoured text on the back here. It says roasty toasty dark malts and vanilla, sweetness like marshmallow roasted on an open fire. Ingredients: water, barley, glucose, lactose, hops, vanilla and yeast. And more info at barneysbeer.co.uk apparently. So yeah, 7.4% ABV stouts. Heard really good things about this one. Really wanted to get hold of one last time out. Couldn't get there in time. Just wasn't quick enough. But let's see what this one is going to give us, shall we? Does have a slightly creamy look to the pour, which is always encouraging. Had some really good stouts lately. I mean, the Omnipollo is the first one that springs to mind when I say that. Also, Northern Monk did a really good one. The North Star, which you could get in Morrison's. So I've had some good ones. So it's got a bit of competition. It's going to have to be good to live up to them. But it looks the part. Looks nice in the glass. There's a bit of red bleeding through the bottom of this. If I hold it right up to the light, you might see some of that bleeding through the bottom of it. So it's not jet black, that's for sure. It's got a bit of a red bleeding through it. Slightly tan looking head, which is lacing the glass very nicely. So it looks nice. Let's get my nose in and see what sort of aroma we're dealing with. That smells lovely. Really nice. Sort of boozy chocolate. And it does have that kind of toasted marshmallow aroma to it. They've kind of nailed it with the smell. Yeah, roasted marshmallows, milk chocolate, very subtle milky coffee aroma to it. It's really nice. It's a very sort of subtle vanilla, creamy vanilla. It's marshmallows. It's really sort of toasted marshmallows. They've nailed the aroma beautifully. Very subtle sort of dark fruit sweetness to it as well. But that's just toasted marshmallows. That smells beautiful. Let's get stuck in. Cheers. Oh yeah. Very nice. Very nice indeed. There's a sweetness to it that when you first sip, there was a second there where I was worried that it was going to be too sweet. But it just pulled itself back and blended with the rest of the flavours that were coming on with it. It's got a lovely, gentle, creamy mouthfeel. But at the same time, it's not too thick. There's a subtle carbonation to it, which helps throw around that sort of creamy flavour and that subtle sweetness, that subtle kind of dark fruit sweetness. It's I suppose strawberry isn't really a dark fruit, is it? But there's a berry sweetness going on with it. That strawberry, raspberry, subtle sweetness. And that might be coming from the glucose content in it. Barley, glucose, lactose, hops, vanilla. It's vanilla-y. The lactose is giving it a creamy body. It's really, really nice. It's really good. It's got a lovely mouthfeel. Lovely mouthfeel. It's not too creamy. It's not too thick. It's not too gloopy. But it does just enough to really coat the palate. But it doesn't stick around. There's a gentle carbonation to it that really throws around that sort of toasted marshmallow flavour, that vanilla, that sort of subtle berry sweetness that I was speaking of a minute ago. It's and you're left with a slight sort of coffee toasted malt bitterness at the back end. Only subtle, but it's there. Oh, that really is nice. Really, really is a nice stout. Vanilla, subtle berry fruit sweetness. Nicely carbonated, gentle carbonation. Really nice body to it. Really drinkable. I'm not really getting any of that 7.4% either, which is clever from a brewery standpoint. I mean, in Mask 7.4% alcohol. That's quite clever for a brewery. It's got the richness and the quality of a lot more expensive stouts that are available at the moment, and that lightness, that sort of slightly lighter body, slightly thinner body, and that subtle sweetness from the glucose, I'm assuming. It just makes it a bit lighter, a bit more easy drinking. It's not as rich, it's not as complex as some of the others that are available right now, but I tell you what, it's a hell of a lot better than most that are available right now, and that's £1.69 a bottle. £1.69 a bottle. It's well worth the money. That is a really, really tasty stout. Really nice. They've nailed the toasted marshmallow, the vanilla, all the elements to it. It's got a nice subtle roasted malt character to it. It's really, really tasty. Look at the quality of it. It's stuck all over the glass. Really good. £1.69 a bottle in Lidl, this stuff. It's lovely. I'm going to take that into consideration when I do the score, and the score I'm going to give it is a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really tasty stout. If you're not too keen on your stouts, this might be a good kind of this might be a good sort of entry level stout for you, because it's easy drinking, and like I say, it's got the characteristics of some very, very good and very expensive stouts, and you're getting a lot for your money, I think, with this beer. But at the same time, it's just light enough and just sort of reduced enough to make it a bit more of an accessible or entry level stout. I feel like the term entry level is almost a bit of an insult to it. It's better than that. It's wonderful. It's a lovely beer. Yeah, I was going to stop waffling. I just think that's a cracking beer for the money. It's a blinding beer. It's 9 out of 10 for me. So 9 out of 10 for Barney's Marshmallow Milk Stouts, 7.4% ABV, available in Lidl's right now, as of the 24th of October. £1.69 a bottle. Well worth it. Give the video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, guys. Until my next one, you take care.